Hello students. Students, today we will going to start with the next paragraph, that is when Khushwant Singh came back from university after 5 years, and at that time how the grandmother behavior was. So here, but she was but that was not so. After 5 years, I came back home and was met by her at the station. Khushwant Singh is telling that after 5 years, when I reached to my city, when I met my grandmother, at that time I saw that my grandmother came to pick me up. She was at the station and waiting for Khushwant Singh. She did not look a day older, and when I saw my grandmother after 5 years, my grandmother was looking the same as she was before 5 years. Right? So all over the years, she was same like this only. So here he's saying that she did not look a day older. She had no time for words, and this day I realized that this day also she didn't talk anything. She don't have any time for words. She didn't speak anything. She didn't say anything. What she do basically? And while she claps me, claps means when you hold someone very tightly. So obviously she was an emotional lady, and after 5 years she was seeing his grand son, so she just hold him tightly, clasped me in her arms. I could hear her reciting her prayers. And that day, when she hold me tightly in her arms, and that day I feel that grandmother is again, she is busy in reciting her prayers. Means what she basically used to do earlier, 5 years before. The same I was seeing right now also. Even on the first day of my arrival, her happiest moment were with her sparrows. And here Khushwant Singh is saying that I can feel that, I mean, I am back after 5 years, but I can see that my grandmother happiest moment is with feeding the sparrows, is with sparrows, whom she fed longer with frivolous rebukes, whom she used to fed with frivolous rebukes. Means she frivolous is not serious, means she always keep her busy in feeding the sparrows. So frivolous means not serious, and rebukes means when you become angry on someone in a very light manner. So she never used to scold sparrows, right? She used to become angry in a very light manner. That means frivolous rebukes. In the evening, a change came over her. And what happened in the evening? All of a sudden, the situation changed. And what the situation change means? A change came over her. All of a sudden, she just starting behaving oppositely. And what was that? She did not pray. I can, recognized. I can feel that. The behavior is a bit changed. At that day didn't pray at all. She collected the women of neighborhood, and that day what she do, she just collected the women of neighborhood, got an old drum, and she was having that old drum and started to sing. And all of a sudden she behaving in a very opposite manner. What she do? She just collected the women of neighborhood, she brought an old drum and started to sing continuously. For several hours, she thumbed the sagging skin of the dilapidated drum and sang of the homecoming of warriors. So here Khushwant Singh is saying that continuously she was singing and she thumbed the sagging. Sagging means sagging skin is a loose skin. When person became old, so automatically the skin becomes loose, right? So here sagging skin is the loose skin of the dilapidated drum. Dilapidated drum is the old drum. So she was having that old drum, and with that loose skin she was continuously beating, right? and sang of the homecoming of warriors. And she was continuously singing also, as if the song which actually sing for homecoming of warriors. So according to grandmother, here the warrior is Khushwant Singh. So he came back after 5 years, and that song actually she is singing. We had to persuade her to stop to avoid overstraining. And we have to persuade means convince. We convince that if you will, continuously sing, then definitely you will become ill. So they all persuade her to stop to avoid overstraining. Overstraining is over exertion. Obviously, if she will, continuously from evening till night, she will going to sing and she will going to beat the drum, then it will be over exertion for her. To stop to avoid overstraining. That was the first time since I had known her that she did not pray. And now here Khushwant Singh is, this is very like good line. As you can see, this time he feels that, means from starting till now, I know that she was always make her busy in prayers and all these religious things, but now I saw that she haven't prayed that day. That was the first time since I had known her that she did not pray. The next morning, she was taken ill, and all of a sudden, just because of overexertion, next morning she was ill. It was a mild fever, and the doctor told us that it would go. So it was the mild fever, and doctor when doctor came and he saw his grandmother, so he said that it's just a mild fever and it would go by medicines and all. But my grandmother thought differently. But here, grandmother got to know from inside, and she was totally thinking in a very opposite manner. She told us that her end was near, and obviously, if you are ill, and if you like. Students here, what happened? Like, for example, grandmother from inside, she got to know that her end was actually near. She said that since only a few hours before the close of the last chapter of her life, she had omitted to pray. And she said that from inside, I know that this is actually the last chapter of my life, because from inside she get to know that only few hours of my life is left, so I cannot leave the prayer. Omitted means exclude something, as this is the last chapter of her life. So here she is thinking that how can I exclude the prayer? So she decided to pray that time. She said, since only a few hours before the close of the last chapter of her life, she had omitted to pray. She was not going to waste any more time talking to us. And now, all the people were sitting like in front of grandmother. So she said that I just want to be alone and I don't want to waste my time talking to you people. I just want to pray this time. Clear? We protested. Protested means we objected. But she ignored our protest, and at that time, she just ignored the protest. She lay peacefully in bed, praying and telling her beads. And that day, she was very ill, so she was lying peacefully in the bed, praying and telling her beads. And that day also, she was, having that beads of rosary in her hand. Even before we could suspect, even before we can suspect means before we can think it off, that she will be no more, what happened? Her lips stopped moving and the rosary fell from her lifeless finger. All of a sudden, her lips stopped and rosary, it just fell from the lifeless finger. Lifeless finger means now here what happened? Grandmother is no more. She is dead. A peaceful pallor spread on her face, and we knew that she was dead. And here a peaceful pallor. Pallor is a pale face, means just because of illness the face become very yellowish. It's a pale face, right? So here a peaceful pallor spread on her face, and we knew, and we people got to know that now my grandmother is no more. That means she was dead. We lifted her off the bed, and as it's customary means is a custom, means when a person died, the body laid on the ground. So it's a custom. Laid her on the ground and covered her with a red shroud. And at that time, the body is covered with a red shroud. Shroud is a piece of cloth by which dead body is wrapped, means dead body is covered. After a few hours of mourning, means everyone now uh, was crying, was very upset just because the grandmother is no more, and some people they just left her alone to make the arrangements. Which arrangements? That funeral arrangements for her funeral. In the evening, we went to her room with a crude stretcher to take her to be cremated. And in the evening, to burn her dead body, um, in the evening, we went to her room, and some people they just went to the room with a crude stretcher. Crude means roughly stretcher in which actually the body is kept. Stretcher to take to be cremated. Cremated means to burn the body. So they just took the grandmother in a roughly stretcher to take to be cremated. And at that time the sun was setting and had lit her room and veranda with a blaze of golden light. So here we got to know that it's the time of the evening and the sun was setting and the sun was lighting with blaze of golden light. So in the veranda and in the room there was a like light which is of golden color. We stopped halfway in the courtyard, and at that time they just stopped in the midway. Why they stopped in the midway? All over the veranda and her room, right up to where she lay dead and stiff wrapped in the red shroud, thousands of sparrows sat scattered on the floor, and they saw that at that time thousands of sparrow they just came and they were sitting where they were sitting besides grandmother body. So thousands of sparrows were scattered on the floor, and here you can say that at this time they didn't came for food. They just came because they were so upset and they understood that the lady who used to feed us was no more. There was no chirping, and now the Khushwant Singh is saying that there was no chirping, sparrows was not making any sound. We felt sorry for the birds, and my mother fetched some breads for them, and me and my mother felt very sorry for the birds because his grandmother is no more, who always used to feed these sparrows. So at that time his mother, Khushwant Singh mother, she just threw some bread for them. She broke it into little crumbs, and she just broke that bread into a little crumbs, the way my grandmother used to, and the same how his grandmother used to do, and threw it to them. The sparrow took no notice of the bread, and sparrow they didn't notice the bread. They were just sitting, right? When we carried my grandmother corpse off, and when the time came, and when all of them they just carried the grandmother corpse is dead body, they flew away quietly and without saying, without chirping, without eating, without making noise. They silently flew away. Next morning, the sweeper swept the breadcrumbs into the dustbin. And next morning, what happened? The sweeper just swept the breadcrumbs into the dustbin. So I hope students you understood this story. So by this story, we got a very touching message that our grandparents are always available for us, right? They are always ready to help us, but as we grew up, we just forget to spend time with them or to make them feel special, that you are so important for us. So this was actually we got to know from this story. So students, in the next video we will going to discuss the question answers and some of the meaning of following expression which is there in the story. That's it about the story. Thank you.